This Chop and Brew Lagniappe video brought to you with support from Imperial Yeast and by our awesome Patreon supporters. Show your love at patreon.com/chopandbrew. What up, everybody? Welcome to Chop and Brew, a little mini video update on a beer that, I don't know. What do you think of this old SMASHASS?
I like it. I like the SMASHASS.
Yeah.
SMASHASS.
By the end of this video, we'll come up with a better name for this. But what this is on January 12th, DonO, Dawson, and I brewed an original gravity 1102 golden, not so golden barley wine. The second runnings beer of which became this much lighter in color concoction. So this is 100% Chevalier and Tradition?
Target.
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 We got 4.5 gallons at 11. I can't remember what the. Yeah, I'm forgetting the food chain of gravities, but 1102 is the final. It's second running, which is really third running because you rinsed it twice. This went home to my house at 10:32, 2.5 gallons. I hit it with a pound of palm sugar, not knowing what would happen, and it almost doubled the sugar, not quite doubled. And then I hit it with 0.75 ounces of New Zealand Motueka. This was just to make sure we didn't lose this work. 2 gallons of work. I could have just pitched it bullet it with some hops.
You could have.
And I should have.
You could have.
And it would have been a nice 4%.
But who are you?
I'm Chip Walton.
You're Chip Walton, so you weren't just going to take it home and use it as is.
No.
What did you do to it?
Like I said, I took a small bit, 4 cups of wort out, put it in a small saucepan, heated it up enough to dissolve a pound of palm sugar. If you don't know, palm sugar often comes in this puck form that's very difficult to know if it's dissolved in a big kettle, so I like to put it off to the side, stir it slowly, add it back in, and then it was just the hops. I boiled it for 30 minutes out of concern that we were going to end up with a 1090 beer and only a gallon of it.
That's a pretty big small beer.
But you guys have had some awesome tasting notes for this. So this essentially is Chevalier malt, palm sugar, Motueka hops, and Imperial's Foursquare yeast, which is their quarterly spring yeast coming up. Legend has it it's the Timothy Taylor yeast. Bam. So I instantly get this lemon, limey, kind of if lemon lime marmalade was spread over a biscuit.
Or if lemon lime had a baby.
Or if you crushed sweet tarts and snorted them.
Oh.
What do you think, Michael Dawson?
I get all of that. I get like I said before, your purple and pink candies. I get the lemon and lime babies. I think
fresh babies.
There's this really cool kind of cake frosting confectionery flavor that you get from the palm sugar and the aroma. The Chevalier comes through in the flavor. The hops work really well with it. The yeast is in there too. It works for me.
It's good.
We had talked though, if we wanted to intentionally try to replicate this, we would probably tone down that ratio of palm sugar to malted wort, right?
I think it would work to back off on it a little bit. If you were
to be clear, this went from 1064 to 10007, which makes this a 7.5% second runnings beer.
Right.
Do you think you get any flavor from
It's a session imperial mild, is what
I think you do. I think there's a little alcohol-y / cidery character of that much sugar, that high of a percentage of sugar in a beer. I mean, that's a lot of times you do a pound of sugar in a 5-gallon batch, so 2 pounds or 1 pound,
a pound for
in a
2.5
2-gallon batch is 2 pounds plus maybe. So it's a higher amount of sugar that's just gonna dry it out, maybe contribute a little warming, maybe kind of cideryify it a little bit.
Yeah, because this is less than 2 months old, but carbonated. I feel like it tastes fine. It might benefit from another month, but it doesn't feel like it has to have it. Whereas this is clear that it needs 4 or 5 more months to just kind of hang out in secondary.
Under the stairs.
I just get a very lemongrassy, lemony.
Lemongrass, yeah.
Key lime.
Yeah.
Almost kind of I don't know. barley wine light a little bit.
Yeah, Motueka is really...
Must really be driving that. The New Zealand hops definitely can give you some interesting flavors. I've used them a little bit, and you can get some lemon, limey, piney, different kind of stuff.
For anybody that's following along and actually cares about the Storm in a Teacup Not So Golden Barley Wine, what did you think about this? A month and a half, 2 months in.
I think it shows promise. It's still really aggressive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sweet, but also lightly warming. Though we talked about there is some hop bitterness. The fact that it still makes it not pop on the tongue like it will if it's carbonated, but it definitely has potential to be a nice beer once it's all done.
Very chewy too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's got a lot of body and texture for as far as it attenuated.
1016?
I think that's what it's at.
From 1102, that's some pretty good attenuation.
Wow.
Yeah,
pretty good. What yeast did you use in there?
I might be thinking the wrong numbers, but either way, that was a pub yeast cake from the Wild Rice Mild.
All right.
Family tree.
Boom. All right, y'all.
Nailed it.
Thanks, Chip.
Yeah, this is
good stuff, Chip. I want to smear it on my body.
Big, hey, well, you say that about all the beers.
Sure.
And we boiled for only 30 minutes because I was worried at that point. Once I started taking the gravities of... Oh, sorry, y'all.
Sorry, I had Taco Bell last night.
I don't even know.
Should have made a run for the border.
Oh, it'll definitely...
Yeah, well...